Brewer Stadium in beautiful Boone, North Carolina. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Charlotte 49ers and the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Kid Brewer Stadium at App State is one of the most exciting stadiums in the country. 30,000 strong, the Rock gets rocking. It is the highest college football stadium on the east end of the Mississippi. It opened in 1962 and saw a $50 million expansion in 2020. The Rock gets loud. That's why App State is so tough at home. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The 49ers offense as they take control of the football first. Redemption might be on their mind as they took a whipping the last time these two squared off.
They sure did, Reese, and their best players made a lot of mistakes the last time out, especially on offense. David, it's really important in this one. The stars have to play like stars. They got to stat it up, and they got to start fast.
Yeah, and they got to remember what happened. They got to remember the celebration, the on-field antics, the social media, all of it that came with it. The embarrassment of last time. So, yes, your big players, they got to play big, especially in these rivalry games.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Dropping back, it's Harold. Makes a grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And they can't make the play on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Kick is in the air. Trying to make one miss. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And we'll be seeing plenty of Jakari Lewis. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Out wide right, it's Sanchez. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And it's decision time on this first drive. And I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game. You got a 4th and short situation. Trying to get points on this drive. Establish yourself. Be aggressive here on this 4th down.
They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Tough run here. It's Lewis. All over him immediately.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Makes a grab past the marker. Down he goes, but for the 2nd time on this drive, they move the sticks on 4th down. And the Mountaineers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The RPO, fired complete to the left. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it back looking for help. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Charlotte's offense comes out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pulled and fired complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the 49ers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the draw, it's Middleton. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Harrell. He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The 49ers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He leaves it with the back. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Myers on the move. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
I think oftentimes for a quarterback, accuracy goes down a little bit when you're not thrown from the pocket in a good throwing position. Every time you scramble, every time you start running, you really got to make sure that all of your foot...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. So the 49ers offense ready to set up shop. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. And the quarterback caught up to the 12.
And this defense continues to bring the heat. First sack of the day, setting the tone in the first quarter. They had 5 last week, ladies and gentlemen. So this defense has been affecting the quarterback and making him feel so uncomfortable.
Right side, it's Boston. Taken down.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Caught. Hard running there. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. And the 49ers will line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Running inside, it's Roberts. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
At midfield, he's got room. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Hits inside. It's Roberts. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Dropping back, it's Harold. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make...
Makes the ground and room to run. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking downfield, it's Gulatowski. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, a short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Just left that ball well short.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's James. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
If you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And the Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Driving forward, it's Roberts. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Lewis. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? To the air, it's Singleton. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Appalachian State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A 70-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be knocked down. Charlotte's offense comes out to go on the attack. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The throw on second down, and they need a lot. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. The 49ers will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. And there he goes. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. This offense has it with really good field position. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Singleton. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. He gets a hand on it. He's going to scoop it up.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
214 close. 214 close.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. 2nd and long here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Looking to pass. It's Harold. Short pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Sends it back in motion. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers!
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw one first. Makes the catch, it's Sanchez. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Dangerous throw on that one.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. To the air, it's Singleton. They'll run the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The snap sets up to throw. Setting up the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Opposite. Pulls it, fired complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, it's Middleton. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 11 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's the Seminoles looking for a second win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now over to your game in Boone. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The run inside. It's Lewis. He's past the sticks. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Past the 40. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
The give to the back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Sets his feet. It's Singleton. Grabs it in the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17. So the 49ers offense ready to set up shop.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, 2nd miss of the day. We might not see him again.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's McGee. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the 49ers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The 49ers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Just smothered on the play.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Middleton. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Drops back. It's Harold. Under pressure. Out wide left. It's Boston. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Play is stopped for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. That is their sophomore defensive end, and as with any injury, they hope this is just a momentary thing. Holly will check on him in a bit. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback keep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. And down he goes.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Gonna run it. It's Lewis. Knocked down immediately.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
The Mountaineers line up to punt it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the 49ers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Straight ahead, it's Middleton. Swamped immediately.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They boot it away on 4th down. He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him. They
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. The 49ers are flying down the field. That's caught. It's Boston. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that